Dirty trucking. Getting closer. What's today? Today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I got 4 days, and then I'll be in the street. I drug the table downstairs and the glass cocktail table. That's just the box I use to slide it out of there. So the rest of this stuff, I don't know if I can splurge for 1 month of storage, but I can't do that because if I can't get it out or have a place to go in that 30 days when I throw it in storage, then I'm gonna end up losing what I put in storage, because I would hate to throw this treadmill away. I just got this rug. It was $50, so I hate to throw it away, but fuck it. This I've had a long time, so I hate to throw it away because it was useful. So yeah. Problem I'm having is I can't get a loan. I can't get a personal loan. I've been trying to get a business loan because I wanna do something else. I want to just branch off and do my own thing. I don't want to be on the rideshare platform. I don't want to be under that rideshare platform because it's not going to be, because of the policies that they created, that they have an effect. Their policies can affect you as a driver. At any given moment, somebody can just tell a heinous lie on you, and you off the app while they're investigating, or you get deactivated, never back on the app. So you will end up at the mercy of the rideshare company. And utilizing that rental car program, like I said, they put their foot in their mouth when they changed the policy to having to maintain a 4.9 star rating, knowing that they were allowing riders to make false complaints, and the company itself was also involved with dropping my 5-star rating. And I've seen that for a fact, because they would sit there and tell me that the 5-star is not adjusted. It's adjusted every 500 trips. So every 500 trips would be every 500 trips. You know how long it takes to do 500 trips? So they were lying about that. So if I'm doing 30 trips a day on average, 30 trips, so that's a ballpark figure. If I'm doing 30 trips a day, so it would take at least, I want to say 2.5 weeks before my 5-star should have been adjusted. But I would sit there and watch my 5-star drop that day. Before the end of the day, to drop again, or a couple of days later, I'll see it drop. But they would tell me it's per 500 trips, and that's at least 2.5 weeks to complete that. First they'll tell me 300, then they'll say 500. I don't know what it is, but all I know, I used to sit there and watch that app drop my 5-star after somebody get in the car. It's like they would set me up with somebody in the car that I can feel they about to complain. There's going to be somebody that's going to get here and complain about something. And then I look at the app before the day is out, I done lost the 5-star. Right after that, you get in the car. And after that 5-star drops, then another one comes off. You're not doing it per 500 trips. I'm not doing 500 trips or 300 trips in 24 hours or 48 hours or 72 hours. I'm not doing that. So it was definitely their app and their policy and what's going on with their system was the result of my 5-star dropping. And I used to tell you, they used to lure me into areas. I used to end up in areas where I was in, like, pretty much, it could have been in danger. I had a trip where I pulled up to a park these guys were going to, and they were shooting. The Detroit police was there. I'm being lured to police matters. That's what they were doing. I end up in police matters. One police matter that was at the park. I ended up over picking up someone who had a gun on her in the car. I picked up a couple people with guns on them in the car. The altercation with the girl with the gun in the car. Then you lure me. I'm over there picking up a trip. I'm at a light going to go to the next trip, and I end up getting hit. And I told you, I started getting the feeling that I was being lured through this app. Somebody was using that app to have me in specific areas for shit to happen. So that's another thing that was going on there. So, but I've been calling around, still trying to get a car. And then I come out with this rent to own shit. But they got stipulations on the mileage. They are cracking down on the high mileage use of these vehicles. And you know, you financing a vehicle. Now you're supposed to be buying the vehicle. You're supposed to be able to do whatever the fuck you want with the vehicle if you buying it. You buying the goddamn car. But I just talked to Drive Time. I told you I tried to get a car with them twice before I went to Uber. And Drive Time told me that they don't take Uber income. And that's not the first time I've heard that. They don't take Uber. I don't give a damn what it is. You would take my income if I came in there and said I was a truck driver. It's the same thing. So they don't take Uber income at drive time. But that's what I had when I went to drive time. I don't know if I got with Uber or this was before I got with Uber and I was still had trucking income. But they don't take Uber income. I tried to put in for a car where they deliver the car to you. They don't take Uber income. This is 1099 income, but they don't take the income. It's income. Income is income. Self-employed business, income is income. So that's another problem going on. They're talking about they don't take, this one don't take Uber income. Now, that's not all of them. The rest of them, they wanted to see the my earnings. They see I made the money. But the problem came in, it wasn't the money I was earning. It came in with the bank. The bank wanted a sizable down payment that I didn't have. So this then now Hertz to come out with a rent to buy program. I called to inquire about that. Speaking with the guy, yeah, the car is yours. You can do whatever you want to, but they're not recommending it to be on them platforms for high mileage. How can you buy a car and you're not able to do what you want with the car? So that's another thing I'm running into. What I do with the car is none of their business. I'm purchasing the car. Now, this is what's going on here is too much controlling going on. Now you're trying to purchase a vehicle. Now they telling you what you can and can't do with the goddamn car to make your own money. Now they telling you what you can and can't do to make your car. But I thought about that and I sat here and calculated it out. And I'm this is off a hypothetical. This is real with me as a driver. I average anywhere from 256 to the mileage on the car said 350, and I've showed you where the car was said I've done 350 something miles. And I told you I'm doing excessive miles for the less money. I said I'm running up all these miles on this goddamn car. And I'm not making the money for all those miles. So I just multiplied just 300 miles a day by 7 days. That's 2,100 miles a week that I'm putting on a vehicle. And that's on the low end. You know, give or take, if I do pretty good in the day, it adjusts day by day. If I do pretty good in less time, then I won't put on the miles on the car. But it's the ballpark average. 300 miles a day. And I'm out there 7 days because I haven't figured out a way to just do this 5 days and make the money I want to make and get my 2 days off so I can have a life. So 2,100 miles a day time 52 weeks for the year came up to 109,000 miles. Which means if I had a car with 0 miles on it that I just bought in 12 months, I would have been put 109 miles on that vehicle in 1 year. Now, the average lease of a vehicle is, 36, 48, 72 months to buy your vehicle. And I done already hit the 100,000 mark in 1 year. That's the downfall of rideshare. You're putting extremely high mileage on your cars. And unless you got the credit and the money to be constantly changing vehicles, that's what you're going to be dealing with. Now, rental car companies where they regulated that. Once the car get to a certain vehicle, they pull it off the fleet, or either somebody, they have them up for sale. Because I just went on there, Hertz got their car for sale, and I'm looking at these rental cars they got for sale. I know I put high mileage on mine. I was on there looking for the car I had. I didn't see it. I've seen some other ones because I wanted to see if the mileage was different than what I know I had put on that car before it got hit. But that's the problem. Unless I get back into a rental car, buying a car to go on the platform is not going to be an option. And see, that's where control come in. You can't tell me what to do and what not to do. I can do high mileage in something else. It don't even have to be on a platform. I could be doing something else where I'm doing delivery or anything where I'm putting extremely high mileage on a vehicle. But if I'm buying this vehicle, I don't want to be told how many miles I can put on there and can't put on there. No, nobody wants to put extremely high miles on their car. Nobody. But rideshare drivers are putting extremely high miles on the car. So, don't look like I'm coming back to Uber platform. Don't look like that is an option. The only option for me to get back to work is I'm going to have to get a rental car. And I can't come back to Uber's platform because of the star rating. If they hadn't implemented that star rating, I possibly could have went to Avis and got a car. But I would have to beg up on the money to get the first week going, and then I could take it from there. But at this point, the court gave me to the 30th. The document actually said pay the back rent of $3,900. It was $3,800. Somebody changed it to $39. Then they added something in there. $3,800, because when I walked out the court, it said $3,800. It tabulated up to $3,800. My picture that I took on the phone now says $39, and the document in the bag says $39. That's why they keep coming in the apartment when I go down to get the Instacart. They're going in the bag, they're still switching damn documents. Adding money in there that they know they're not getting because of what the position they put me in. I mean, how stupid are you to be adding figures, money onto something that you're not getting? Because the individual you doing it to, you done put them into a position where they can't pay a goddamn thing. So what is the purpose of you running in here, changing documents? That's, what you call that? That's money laundering, technically. When you go finding documents of stuff somebody has to pay, and then you alter the document by adding money into it, that is technically money laundering. Also fraud. Also, what do you call it when they forgery of a document, because you altered the document to make it appear that it's the original document. You commit, that's fraud. Well, I don't even know if they would call it fraud. What they would call that. But all I know, if I noticed a document that said one thing, and now I see a higher amount on there, and it looks like this was the document I was looking at, but I know the amount has changed, that's some sort of money laundering. But I don't understand the purpose of continuously doing this shit to me. I told you they used to do this shit in trucking when I was at Alden Towers. They come in here and look for documents with an amount on it that I have to pay, and they will switch the document. My court document now says and I know for a fact when I talked to my virtual court hearing was August 8th. And I ended up talking to Lakeshore Legal. By August 8th, I had already been assessed the $100 late fee for the month of August. The month of July, I was assessed the $100 plus the $190 for the court. I had already been assessed those fees. And when I logged onto the portal, I owed $3,800 and something at the time I talked to Lakeshore Legal. when I got before the judge, this guy, the attorney for this building, kept trying to add $190 in there for court fees. And I told him, no, that's already added in there, because the building said they couldn't charge me court fees again for August because the matter was already in court. So when I talked to Lakeshore Legal, I told them I was telling them this is my address on this thing to go to court, but this is not my amount that I owe. I'm paid up till June, and I actually owe $3,800 and something dollars. As a matter of fact, I gotta go find my video stating that I owe $3,800. And if that video now sounds like I'm saying 39, then that lets me know that you're using AI technology to alter my videos to make it sound like I'm saying something else. Because I've seen that AI technology used when I was sitting in a Hertz rental car location, checking my bank account to make sure my payment had just paid and came out my account. And I had just made a video, and I replayed the video, and the video made it seem like I said something else. And that's not what I said. So I kept replaying the video. Just that quick, sitting in the parking lot, somebody altered the video that I had on my phone while I was sitting in the fucking parking lot. You're using AI technology and you're altering videos to make it say something that it's not supposed to be saying. And I want to know who orchestrated all this shit, and why is this motherfucker honed in on me? Why in the fuck are you fucking with me and my family? Why the fuck are you doing this to me and my family? The only purpose I see them doing this for now, knowing that they ain't not getting any goddamn money because I don't have any money, is for the lottery. That you think adding money on the court documents with a fee is going to help you win the lottery, you scratching up my shit, think you're going to help you find a scratch off, you're using the documents in here with the smaller amounts. I think that's for casino hits. You're doing a lot here. This state is allowing this kind of bullshit to go on here. And you need to stop this goddamn shit. Because I'm telling you, you're going to do it to a law enforcement official, or you're going to do it to somebody that's in position to catch this shit and put a stop to it. And they're going to catch your motherfucking ass. And when they do, they're going to throw every law book at your motherfucking ass. See, right now, you're doing it to me. I ain't got no status. I ain't got nothing. I'm just somebody complaining about the shit going on. But you're going to fuck around, and you're going to do this to somebody, and you ain't going to really know their status. And this motherfucker gonna be peeping the shit that I'm peeping. That you've been altering and changing documents. You're coming in here. They still coming in this apartment. I haven't been nowhere with mud on the bottom of my goddamn shoe. I come in here after taking the table set and throw it in the dumpster yesterday downstairs. I come back here. I'm sitting on a rug down here because I ain't got shit here on the floor. Because it's the trash up in here. Living in trash now. I got my whole apartment tore up. This is what the fuck they done to me. Find a piece of mud on the rug. A piece of dried mud. Where the fuck they come from? Now I'm throwing out my shit. You can't come in here and do what you want to shit. You can't scratch the table up no more. You can't put watermarks in the table no damn more. I'm finna throw my jazz figurines out. And I hate I gotta throw that out. I went through hell going out to that mall, picking this jazz figurine set, and all my shit going in the garbage. Where the fuck am I gonna go? And don't tell me you should have thought about that before you did what you did. I didn't do a damn thing. That's the problem. That part went over everybody's motherfucking head. I didn't do a damn thing. Somebody orchestrated this shit to get me put in the goddamn streets. And the funny thing about this shit, ain't nobody put a stop to it. All of them watching me get put in the motherfucking streets. I didn't get no help through my GoFundMe. The donations I got wasn't enough to do anything with. I appreciate them. It kept me, at least I was able to get some food. I wasn't starving to death up in this bitch. But it wasn't enough. Every time I put in on GoFundMe to try to raise the money to help get me out of this, I can't never get that. And every time I create a GoFundMe, somebody always start contacting me through my GoFundMe, sending emails through the GoFundMe. Contacted me through my writer's website, and then you kind of sending emails through the goddamn GoFundMe. Instead of on YouTube, where I'm vocalizing my situation, so I can know this individual seen my situation on YouTube. I've had 2 individuals that email me through my GoFundMe, and I haven't received another dime. I only raised $100. It's like this motherfucking controlling deliberately how much money I get. $100. Even. That was it. Nothing else. $100 ain't for to help me with this rent. I can't get a personal loan. I can't get a business loan. I can't get nothing. If I can't get nothing, why the hell am I in this state? Why am I here? I need to just leave. Just leave. Find somebody that'll relocate me some damn where and just fucking leave. Leave all these fucked up ass memories, all this bad ass shit. But the killing part about it, whoever this is doing this, gonna pack up and leave with me. And that bitch need to stay here behind bars in prison for the rest of your motherfucking life for what the fuck you've done to me and my fucking family. You've controlled everything. I can't do shit. I can't go nowhere. Who the fuck want to get evicted and you ain't got nowhere to fucking go? I ain't been in this position in over 20 motherfucking goddamn years. Now, I've been in this position where I couldn't pay my rent due to some situations with trucking. But I was still in trucking. And I had an avenue to fall back on. I'm not in trucking anymore. I got health issues. And that accident, my back is killing me now. I already had lower back pain. The back pain is moved up my back. I was trying to throw that shit out yesterday, and my back was hurting so fucking bad. I was in there, bagged up to the elevator, resting, standing up on the elevator because my back is hurting now. I'm sitting here now, and I feel a tension in the sides of my back. And I'm getting evicted. I can't barely stand up long periods of time without my back hurt. Now the pain is worse. I can't sit bent over like this. My back hurting because I feel it now. I try to sit on the floor. I can't bend over because my back hurting. I got to sit up straight and brace my back on the wall now. But I'm getting evicted. There's no way in hell I should be evicted right now. There's no way in the fuck my son should be going through what he going through right now. There's no way in the fuck I should not have a home, and it's coming up on the fucking holidays. I bought that goddamn Christmas tree and put it in this apartment. And they played the exact fucking game that happened to me when I had that Christmas tree in my house when Chrysler put me off my goddamn job. I resigned. I ended up having to sell my house. I resigned because they cut my benefits off. And you know how I know they playing a game? I contacted the Detroit housing here. And the lady talking about, need to go stay with a relative or a family. Now you're forcing me to go stay with a relative or family. I'm 55 years old. How you know I got anybody to stay with anyway? How you gonna tell a 55-year-old to go stay with somebody? Oh, so now you want to place me in somebody's home instead of stopping the people from causing me to lose my home. You see what they doing here? You trafficking me. And you controlling me. And you controlling how much money I get, when I get it, and ain't nobody stopped your ass. That woman told me it'd take 8 weeks to get me relocated. We relocated where? Where are you trying to relocate me to? Somebody in immediate need of housing, and you, Detroit Housing, and you tell me it's going to take you 8 weeks for your program to get me relocated. But in the meantime, I got to go find somewhere to stay. But I'm being evicted. But you the Detroit Housing, and it's going to take you 8 weeks. You know where I heard 8 weeks from? You know where the 8 weeks came from? That's part of my Chrysler story. When I told you, when they cut my benefits off, unemployment didn't start my benefits back. The plant didn't start my benefits back. And they had me off on my motherfucking job. And I'm at home, sitting up there with no money coming in. I didn't have any food. I took a can of corn and made the most nastiest shit ever because I didn't have no fucking money for food because my benefits ran out. I was still paying a mortgage. I was still paying a car note, a truck note, homeowner's insurance. My money ran out. I had a can of, I think it was corn, made the nastiest shit ever. And I think the only way my son was still getting food because he was still going to school. I had 8 weeks left on my unemployment for my weeks remaining after they had put me on my job. And I kept calling unemployment. They said, well, ain't nothing we can do. It's the employer. Just keep certifying for 8 weeks. And this woman gonna tell me it's gonna take her 8 weeks to get me housing. And you wanna tell me this ain't my Chrysler story game they fucking playing with? They using alternate methods to fulfill the game, what I went through. You are recreating my trauma and playing a game. And the only thing this led to is me being evicted. And I ain't got nowhere to fucking go. Nowhere. I've lost my housing. Do you know what the fuck that means? Thanksgiving coming up. Christmas coming up. These people don't think I ain't suffered enough. It's time for these people to suffer for what the fuck they done to me. You need to suffer as long as you made me suffer. You need to suffer for what you've done to me. What you did was wrong. What you orchestrated was wrong. Whoever the ringleader of this shit is, you need to be in prison for the rest of your motherfucking life on this earth. What you done to me. This shit is pitiful. It's sorry how all these people stood around and watched them put a female out in the streets while you secretly in the background calling me a man. You think you dealing with a man. I'm not a man, I'm a female. How all of them stood around and watched them attack me and get me put in the fucking streets and didn't do a goddamn thing about it.